Hello, everyone. It's Lisa with Think and Inspirations. Welcome to our live for Thursday afternoon here at 3 p.m. Central, coming to you from Southwest Missouri. I've already been chatting with a couple of you, so thank you for being here, Carol and Pam. I'm going to give it just a second and we're going to get started. I have my brother visiting from Oklahoma this weekend for a long weekend, so it's fun having him here. And it looks like we might be getting some rain this evening. Carol was just telling me that up where she is in, I got to make sure, Carol, you're in Minnesota? Yes, right? And it's a cool 53, and it's supposed to get cooler here. We are supposed to go to Silver Dollar City tomorrow. It's been a long time since he's been, so I'm looking forward to it. I was telling them earlier that I do much better at amusement parks like that or just outdoor activities in general if it's cooler. Much better. And so, although I'll have to bundle up because I do get cold, I'd rather it that than it be hot. So, we're looking forward to a fun day tomorrow. So, anyway, we are going to get started with my kind of plants today, the kind that we can stamp. If you've been following me on Facebook, you know that I have been sharing that I do not have a green thumb. And there are certain things I do okay with, like geraniums, I do okay with, and just ivy. But as far as keeping plants alive, and part of the reason for that, I'm going to make an excuse for myself here. Part of the reason for that is, we travel back and forth between Texas and Missouri. And so, I don't travel with my plants. So if I'm not here for a while, something doesn't get water, there they get too much sun, not enough sun, too much rain. So I just go for the artificial and proud to say it because I just can't keep them alive. So anyway, thank you all for being here. If you'd like to say hello, we'd love to know where you're watching from, and we're going to get started. So before I get started into our projects, I want to talk about a class I'm having. Yes, Minnesota. Wanted to be sure I got that right, Carol. Let me see. Let me get. Okay, so I took away my audio. It's hot, Kathy. I bet it is. I bet it is hot there. Yeah, we are going to Texas next week, and was thinking about packing, and I thought, I bet I need like summer type clothes for Texas. Hey, Kristen, thanks for tuning in from South Carolina. So anyway, I'm going to try to go to solo layout here, and maybe that won't mess up with my sound. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about my current online class that is in the early bird session now, and it is a fold out mini book, and I'm going to show you right here. Here's one all tied up and closed, and then this one I have untied so that you can see what it looks like when we open it. So it's a really cute little fold out mini book, I call it, and it can be either for memory keeping or it can be for gift giving. So it has little pockets that can hold gift cards or cash, and places for photos or special notes. And so this is the class for this month. And so I have the link there at the bottom of the screen if you're interested. Early bird ends on Monday. And so take a screenshot of that so you'll have all the information. Okay. All right, I'll move that out of the way and let's get back to talking about plants. So we are working with Planted Paradise today, and this I was a little hesitant to work with this. Number one, because I don't know a lot about plants. And number two, it's like, okay, it's one of these reversible stamps. So you see how you see the outline here and then a gray portion. So when you flip that, you can do a solid image over or do the darker outline image over top for each of these. Well, you know, I really didn't do that on the projects that we're working on today, but it can be done and it can add some depth to the look of your plants. Okay, so you might want to give that a try. But this is in let's see. Oh, it's in the mini catalog, but it's carrying over. Okay, so let's get started on the first one here. So this is the card we're going to make. It's simple stamping, but a cute little plant there. So we're going to start out with a piece 4¼ by 11 thick basic white cardstock, and I scored it at 5 1/2. And again, like I say in most of my videos, you can take this same card design and do it in the book fold orientation where you cut it 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 and score it at 4 1/4 and do it like that. I like to photograph my books standing up like a tent like that. Okay, so that is our base, basic white, thick basic white. And then I have a piece of this Fresh as a Daisy, I believe, designer series paper. And this is retiring. It's a beautiful paper with some great colors in it. And I'm using this wash side with the green and the peacock. Thought that would be a really pretty background for our plants. And I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the front of our card base. So I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue around the edges, but not too close. And let's put that on our front. Okay. All right, let me get over here where I can see your comments here. All right, so we've got that and got, oops, sorry. This, it just goes crazy sometimes, wants to flip back and forth between one screen and two screens. It's not me, it's the nature of the beast, I guess. Just the program wants to flip back and forth. So we'll try it this way and see how it works. All right, for the inside, I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white cardstock. And I'm using this Glorious Gingham, which is also retiring, but it's got some of our new colors, our new core colors that were added this year. And I love this mini gingham, so I chose that to use as a contrasting paper for this wash in the back. And I cut an excess strip, just had an extra piece of scrap to put for the inside of our card. And so we're going to go ahead and glue that on the inside. So has anybody been crafting today? Making anything pretty? This is my first time out in the studio today. I did some computer work this morning. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have that ready. Now I have a piece of that Glorious Gingham in the peacock and white, cut 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to make a little banner cut edge. Okay, so I'm going to cut up about 3/4 of an inch in the center and then go from the corner to that center cut and then over here again and just make an easy banner cut. Kristen, you're organizing your stamps. Yes, I remember you telling us about that the other day. That's a good thing to do, though. Good thing. Kristen is on my team, my STARS team, and she and I were talking the other day during our team meeting that we put our stamps in alphabetical order on our shelves. Is that how you all do it, or do you do it by flowers or sentiments? How do y'all do it? Okay, so I'm putting that there about a 1/2 inch, a little bit more from the edge and a little bit from the top there. Okay. Now, let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat and some scrap paper, and we're going to do some stamping. So I have a scrap piece of garden green, just a little piece I had in my scrap drawer, and I'm going to take this little leaf trio and stamp it in garden green on garden green. So let's ink this up. And you know, when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, it's best to have a cushion underneath it. So our Stamp and Pierce mat works great for that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that. And then while I'm stamping, I'm going to go ahead and clean this stamp off. I've got my Simply Chamois over there to the side. Let's see what I want to do next. I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp my pot on copper clay. Hey, Debbie. And let's see, let me get my copper clay pot. Did I not pull it out of the stamps? Let me see. Let's move that out of the way. You know, I didn't. I didn't mount it. So here's, they got several little pots or vessels in there for your plants. Let me grab a block. I don't have very many little blocks. Most of mine are at least this size. And I'm going to stamp that in copper clay on copper clay. All right. Ink that up, and let's go ahead and stamp it here close to the edge. All right. I like that bold look of that tone on tone color when you stamp like that. Okay. Let's see, what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. Let me clean my stamp and leave it over here to the side. Okay, let's fussy cut these out. I'm going to need that again in a minute, so I'm going to leave it open. All right, so on this, I'm just going to cut close to the stamped image, leave a little bit of a border, and cut around. So, Debbie, we have talked before about how you organize your stamps. Kristen was talking about yesterday during our team meeting about keeping hers in alphabetical order, and I said I do the same. I forgot. I know at one time you had yours in different, like flowers or sentiments or by a certain holiday. Is that how you still do it, or do you have them in alphabetical order? I think Debbie's still there. Anybody else want to input on that? I do try to keep my current stamps, the ones that are new that I haven't created with as much, on my bottom shelf in alphabetical order. And I am a sucker for holiday and Christmas stamps, so I have a ton of those. Holidays are pulled. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. I do have my holiday, my Christmas separated from everything else. And then I have the stamps that I use for my church card ministry, you know, like with the ones that have inspirational sayings or scripture verses, all of those. I keep those in a separate stack too, so I know exactly where to go look for them. Current or pulled. Okay, good deal. Okay, so now we're building our little plant, and it would be cute just like that. Okay, simple, easy, fussy cut, and done. Okay, another one of my kind of plants, but we're going to stamp some in the background too. Okay, so let me show you how I do this. I have a stylish shape square with that little perforated edge there. This is measures 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. But you could just cut a square, 2 3/8 inch square. And then to back it, I have garden green 2.5 by 2.5. Now I'm going to leave that there because we're going to stamp on this before we glue it together. So I want some stamps in the background or some little leaves. Okay, so what I do, and then I stamp the different pot than I used on my sample, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. All right, let's do that. And I like to put it about where it's going to be. And then I take a pencil. Oh, each holiday has a place. Okay. You organize by categories, Pam? Okay. I tried that, and it's like, because I really need to learn and say the correct name of the stamps, and I have to learn that, and that helps me if I put them in alphabetical order to do that. Okay, so I know that's where the top of my pot is, and I know that's how wide it is. Okay, so that pencil mark there is going to help. So I'm going to take this leafy stamp here in garden green, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp off and then put that there. Okay, so it's a little lighter in the background. Pam, do you have a dedicated crafting space? I know Kristen and Debbie do, and Carol as well. Or do you have containers that you pull out when you need to craft? Do you have a craft room or craft desk? Okay, so I put 3 of those there. We'll see how this is going to turn out. So again, my pot is going to be here, and then I'm going to have this in front too. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that I'm going to have to offset my leaves there so those back stamped leaves will show. Okay, next I'm going to get this little, where is it? I've got pecan pie and this little swirly, this little stem here. I don't know what you call it. Oh, you have a craft room. Awesome. Okay, so let's ink it up, and we're going to stamp off again. And then I'm going to put it over here, kind of close. When I first started stamping with these, when I was making my little arrangements there, I didn't get a good stamped image there. I was putting them too far apart. And you don't be afraid to overlap them, okay? All right, so there we go with that. And now I have another stem. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to take my peacock, pretty peacock. This is a longer little stem. See, I wouldn't even begin to know what to call these things. Okay, so that I'm going to put here. And I'm bringing it up a little higher too. Stamp off, and I'm going to stamp off again for my next one. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that and see how it goes. All right, let's try it. Okay, so we have our pot here. I didn't come far enough down with this, but I'm going to leave it. It's okay. So I'm going to go with this and kind of offset it. I think I want to turn it a little more this way. Come up with it. I think that's going to look okay, don't y'all? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to put glue behind my pot. Right here. And then I'm going to take this, put a little dot of glue in front. I say a little dot, a little dab. Thanks, Kristen. Kristen's a plant lady. I say she does flowers and all that in her outside, outdoors. Not me. Okay. It's okay. I like it. Okay. So now what we're going to do, let's move this out of the way for a minute. And we're going to mount it on this garden green square. Okay. Probably would have come down a little more, but I think I'm going to do something different than I did on my samples. You see how I have all this white space down here? I think I'm going to put my sentiment lower, maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this on. You see I just backed it with the garden green square, and then we're going to put this on, and put it about right there, like that. Then I have a piece of basic white, a 1/2 inch strip. I have a ton of these in my scrap drawer. And I'm going to take this hello, and I decided to use sentiments from this stamp set. It's an online exclusive. We've had it a while, warm welcome, but it has some cute, smaller sentiments, okay? So on this card, we're using hello, and I'm going to ink this up in garden green and stamp it right there. And then I'm just going to cut this. Simple enough, right? Okay, this out of the way. Let me close this. Yikes. Okay, let's see. I need some dimensionals. Here they are. So I'm going to pop this up with dimensional adhesive. I have the regular size, and I'm using 2. And take that protective paper off. Let's get this card back in here. Yes, Pam, you are right. Sure does. Okay, I'm going to put this down here to kind of balance out it's top heavy, okay? So I'm either going to put it here. I think I'm going to go down here with it. I think I'm going to go down here. Then I have linen thread already tied in a bow. And so I've got a glue dot behind that. And I'm going to put it on the opposite side. And we'll show you the difference in the two. I'm going to put it on this side of the pot, just to add a little texture with some ribbon. Okay. It's okay. I still think I have too much white space over here, but I'm gonna let it be. Okay. All right. I guess it's okay. All right. It's different than the other one, but that's all right. So that was fun, huh? Okay. Cute little plant, cute little card. All right. Let me get set up for the other one. So yes, Kristen, I know you love your plants. You're good with plants. Okay, so I think I need clay and some of the inks that I used. I got hung up on the peacock and the color. I used that last week too. I just can't help myself. Okay, I'm not sure which of those stamps I'm using again, so I'm leaving those out. And let's get on our next card. I'm also using Planted Paradise and the Warm Welcome. So let me see if I can... It's a easy, super easy fun fold. Now, I made this thing, and this paper I think is sold out. So I redesigned it, just easy, and changed the paper, okay? So it'll still work with something that is current. I looked all over for that paper. It's the one with the flowers. They look watercolored. I can't even, I was looking it up because I was trying to find the name of it. I had misplaced the name sheet, you know, that comes with the designer paper. Okay, okay. So let's go with this. I have a piece of Pretty Peacock, 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, and then I scored the card front at 2 1/8. Okay. Yeah, Debbie, I love peacock too. It's probably my favorite color right now, currently. Okay, I'm going to give this a good burnish with a bone folder. And there we go. So now we have some pieces. So I used Hello Irresistible. This is Lost Lagoon, but it has some peacock in it. So I went with it, and it has some leafy papers. And this is cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And we're going to put that on our outside flap. Okay. And then I have another piece that has some daffodil in it. And I don't really have daffodil in this card, but it has some lemon lime twist in it. And it goes well with it. Oh, upside down. That's okay. Okay, so there we have that. And then to write your message, I have a 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. And that's going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. And then we'll work on our plant. Okay. So we've got the base ready to go. Let's look at what we're going to do with this here. We have a scrap piece of copper clay again, and I've already stamped my pot. So I'm going to fussy cut that with my snips. Again, just leaving a little bit of a hairline around it so I don't cut into the image. These paper snips have to be the sharpest little scissors ever. Don't y'all think? I mean, they are sharp, and I have cut myself with them before. Oof, because I got my finger too close. So I don't like to let the littles use these. Now, Mia will grab them sometimes. And I say, Mia, those are sharp. I know, honey. So she's pretty good with them, but she has her own special scissors that aren't quite as sharp. I'm watching her like a hawk if she picks those up. Okay, so we have this, and then we have, right, yes, it's like a staple. I mean, they are good. Okay, so again, I have a larger stylish shape. See the little perforation around the edge? 2 3/4 inch square, or you can just cut it 2 3/4 inches. And then I have a Lucky Limeade. Is that what it's called? No, why am I saying Lucky Limeade? Didn't we used to have a color Lucky Limeade? This is Lemon Lime Twist 3 by 3. Okay, so we're going to mount that on that in just a bit. But again here, I'm going to bring my pot down a little lower this time. And I'm going to draw my line. Lucky Limeade, we did have that? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm drawing a line across the top so I know what I have to work with. Okay, and now I have a leaf here, an outline leaf. I'm going to get all of this up here. This one I've already stamped. Here are these little horns. Somebody on my team said, oh, I don't know if I like those. Those look like horns. But they're those, what's that plant that, has just the straight, what are those called? Does anybody know? I know y'all know. It has all of these. What's that plant called? Let me see. I've got this for peacock. Aloe? Is that what it is? Yeah? Okay. I should have known that. Okay. Thanks, Kristen. It's just that sometimes I'll see it. That, I think you're right. This is definitely aloe, a snake plant. Okay. Okay. See, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about plants here. Okay, I need to get my Stampin' Pierce mat in here again, and I'm going to be playing with this here. See what we can do. I like the way my sample turned out, so I'm trying to copy it. So I have this one, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow or an asparagus fern. See, y'all are so good. I don't know any of those names. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Mossy Meadow, definitely going to stamp off with this baby. Let's see. Oh, it's not real inky. I might can do full strength. I think I am. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. Asparagus fern. It looks so good. This I wish would have been down lower. That's okay. I'm going to bring this one down lower. Okay, kind of like that. And then I'm going to take the little horns or asparagus fern or snake plant, and I'm going to curve them out this way. I know it's probably not the right way, but oh, that is not right, Lisa. I need a lucky limeade. I need lemon lime twist for this. So let me get that ink pad. I think I'm done with this one. What did I do with the lemon lime twist? Oh my goodness, where is it? It's probably right here. It is right in front of my nose. Okay. All right. I wonder if I should do it like that. I probably should. Okay, I think I'm going to do it full strength. But I'm going to do this one, curve the other way. Kind of like my sample better, but it's okay. Next, I'm going to take another little sprig. And this one here. Peacock. Ink this up. And then I'm just going to I don't know about this, y'all. That looks really bad, but let's get the pot on there and see what we think. Okay, let's do this. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to do that. It's this, when I looked at all this and I thought, oh my goodness. And do that. Then somewhere, or I thought I had 2 little leaves already fussy cut. Here they are. I stamped 2 more of the leaves in Mossy Meadow, and I wanted them kind of overhanging the plant a little bit like that. Like they were coming out. Oof. Maybe like that. It's okay. I'm not crazy about it. No one will see under the pot. All right. This one I wanted kind of coming over the outside of the pot. I think I'm going to do that. It kind of, instead of it looking so uniform, you know. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know about plants. Okay. It's okay. I really don't like how it's running off the top so much. See this one? It's okay. It's all right. I'll convince myself in a minute. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this baby on. So if you leave a comment, I'm going to do a drawing and send these cards to someone. I'll do 2 different drawings and send 2 of the cards, and you can decide if it's a good enough plant. Okay, so now this is going to go here. All right, overhang that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. Okay, then I have somewhere a 1/2 inch little strip of lemon lime twist, and I'm going to stamp "It's Your Day" from the Warm Welcome stamp set, like I used the other one. Let's see, it says "It's Your Day." Where is that little stamp? I already have it mounted. Here it is. No, that's hello. Here it is. Okay, it's your day. I thought this would be good for a birthday. Okay, I'm going to trim this one off as well. Then let's see where we're going to put this one. I think I'm going to go on this side. I just put glue underneath this. Line that up. And then I have some sequins for the little pot. These Neutrals adhesive back sequins. They have these copper ones I thought would be pretty. And let me get my take your pick. And I'm going to put them in the center of each of the flowers. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Okay, so here is our second card. All right, and then here's our first one, made with Planted Paradise. So thank you for watching. If you've left a comment, I'll be doing a drawing to send. I'll probably draw, well, not tonight. I'm going to give time to watch, time for others to watch and leave a comment. And so I'll probably do it on Saturday. Thank you, Tiffy. Do a drawing on Saturday and send a card to 2 people, one of each. Okay. Anyway, so thank you so much for being here. This is made with the Planted Paradise. It's a reversible stamp, which means you can stamp with the back side as well. Okay. And don't forget the early bird for my fold out mini book class ends on Monday. So anyway, this is the little mini book. Okay, and if you want to check it out, just take a screenshot that link that's there and go take a look. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll probably be posting some pictures from Silver Dollar City when we go tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. And until next time, it's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, inspiring you to create, share, and make a difference. Take care. Bye-bye.